Welcome back, my dear students. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the two properties of living organisms. The two properties were growth as well as and reproduction. And we came to know that both of these cannot be considered as a defining property of living organisms. In this lecture, we'll be talking about the next two properties of living organisms. In that, third characteristic of living organism is metabolism. So what is metabolism? See, when you eat something, the food goes inside your body, that food is get assimilated, digested, then assimilated, and it goes into your each and every cell. Okay, so what is metabolism then? Metabolism is the sum total of all the chemical reactions which are occurring in our body. See, our body, basically our body or every human being or every living organism is made up of cell. Okay, we all are having cellular organization. That is what we are going to discuss here. So in that cell, number of different chemicals are there, and these chemicals are continuously changed from one topic or from one form to the another form through the different types of chemical reactions. And these reactions which occurs in living organisms are particularly known as biochemical reactions. Okay, or all these chemical reactions, that is what called it as a sum total of all the chemical reactions which are occurring in our body is termed as the metabolism, or you can say metabolic reactions also. Now this metabolism, this word metabolism consists of two different words. This metabolism consists of two words, that is anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism and catabolism. So what is anabolism and what is catabolism? So if we try to write metabolism, so it can be like this: anabolism plus catabolism. Okay, ana plus cata is equal to metabolism. So what is anabolism then? Anabolism or anabolic reactions are the reactions which are called as the synthetic reactions or synthesis reactions, not synthesis. Means here what happens in anabolic reaction, using the simple compounds, complex compounds are get formed, new compounds are get formed. That type of reactions are called as anabolic reactions. Whereas in catabolic reaction or catabolism, what has happened, the complex substance is broken down into the simple substance. Complex substance which was initially complex, that got broken down into the simpler one, that is called as the catabolism. So metabolism in total made up of two processes which are occurring, that is anabolism and catabolism. So in anabolism something is synthesized, whereas in catabolism something is broken down. Okay, so best example of anabolic reaction is your photosynthetic reaction, photosynthesis, which is the best anabolic reaction in which the carbohydrates are getting synthesized. Whereas the best example of catabolic reaction is your respiration, particularly speaking the cellular respiration, where what happens, we know that we consume the food is get assimilated in the body, it reaches up to the cell. For example, say carbohydrates. Now with the help of oxygen that we have inhaled, that oxygen also reaches up to that cell, and with the help of oxygen that complex carbohydrate molecules are broken down into the simpler molecules with release of energy, and that energy is utilized for the synthesis of ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate, that again a biologically usable form of energy, that again we'll see later on. But till then, just remember that respiration is a catabolic process, photosynthesis is a best example of anabolic process, and together both process comprises the metabolism. So all these metabolic reactions, they are occurring in exclusively in living organisms. They are not present in non-living things. Okay, they are not present in any non-living thing. But there are certain instances where the isolated metabolic reaction can occur in cell-free system. Okay, in cell-free system, that is in vitro, you can say. In vitro means what? Outside our body. In vivo means what? Inside our body. In natural condition, that is in vivo. But in vitro, the metabolic reaction can take place, but that is surely a living reaction, but not a living organism. So metabolic reaction is or metabolism which occurs in that particular cell, and hence the cellular organization or the metabolism is considered as the defining feature. See, the metabolism or the cellular organization is considered, because metabolism occurs, metabolic reaction occurs in the cell. So cellular organization is the machinery for all the metabolic reactions, and therefore it is considered as metabolism, or indirectly the cellular organization is considered as a defining feature of living organisms. Now let us see the fourth characteristic of living organism is consciousness. Okay, we all are conscious. Now you are listening to me, I am talking to you, so that is a sign of consciousness. You are patiently listening to me, you are learning something out of it, so you are conscious. No, so that consciousness, that is ability to sense the environment, what is going on in surrounding of yourself, whether there is a high temperature, whether there is a low temperature. If you are feeling cold, you again take the sweatsuit on you. So what is that? It is your ability to sense the surrounding environment. Means you are able to sense the surrounding environment, that there is a extreme cold, I have to wear something. Okay, so that is the ability to sense the environment. Or you can also see through your different types of, or you can feel different things with your senses, like eyes, ear, then nose. So that ability is the exclusive property of the living organisms. That is what? Ability to sense the environment, and accordingly you will respond to that external stimuli. For example, I told you that if you feel the extreme cold, you will immediately wear the sweatsuit. So that is your response to the external stimuli that you are receiving, that temperature is very low. So what is consciousness? Consciousness is the ability to sense the environment or the surrounding around you and respond accordingly to that environmental stimuli. Okay, so there are certain plants which responds to the different light, then air, different environmental factors. Like photoperiodism is another concept which is the best example of that is it comes in the sensory biology that we will study later on. So even we are able to sense ourselves, we are able to sense the surrounding, we are very self-conscious. Okay, so if we that is the only or exclusive property of living organism, and therefore the consciousness is considered as the defining property of living organism. Consciousness is considered as a defining property. It is exclusively present in living organisms. So up till now we have seen the growth, the reproduction, metabolism or cellular organization, and the consciousness. These are all the properties of living organisms. Out of that, certain are the defining property or exclusive property of living organism, other are having certain exception. But in total, if the organism possesses this property, then the organism is called as the living organisms. So living organism or living thing is not like in a cell, or not in a tissue, or not in an organ. It is the interaction or interactive system where all the cells, all the tissues will work together, okay, at a higher level up to the organism level. So it is not as good कि cell is living, cell only living है तो सब living होगा, ऐसा नहीं है. So where all these cells, all this tissue, they interact with each other, they work in interactive way, in, you can say, in collaborative way, so as to make us living, okay. So if you want to define living organism, the best definition is the living organisms are self-replicating. We know that the reproduction as a property of living organisms. So the living organisms are self-replicating. They are able to reproduce of their own kind. So they are self-replicating, then evolving. Continuously evolution is being going on since the time immemorial. Slowly or gradual changes. That is what the definition of evolution is. Gradual changes. So that evolution is going on and the beneficial changes are accumulating in the living organisms. So the living organisms are self-replicating, evolving, and that third is very important point. They are the self-regulating. They are the self-regulating, means their regulation is done by themselves. Okay, no external thing will control them. They are the self-regulating. They are the independent system. Therefore, they are called as the self-regulating system. But how they are self-regulating? Interactive system. Interactive system means they are able to interact. Cells are able to interact with each other. Tissues are able to interact with each other. So they are the self-regulating, evolving, and self-regulating interactive system, which are capable of responding to the external stimuli that we have seen. So this is what the definition, proper definition of living organism. So what is biology then? The study of living thing. Okay, living thing, the study of life on this Mother Earth. So it will be a very fascinating and interesting journey. This is our very early lectures. As the lecture will progress, you will find more and more interesting topic. If you see, the life of Earth is around 4.6 billion years, and from that how the life has been evolved, that is a very interesting topic. And as the lecture series will progress, I will share very interesting topics regarding this evolution also and how the life has progressed. So in this lecture we have seen the two properties like metabolism, cellular organization, and self-consciousness as a characteristic property of the defining property of living organisms. In next lecture we'll meet with further topic or next topic. Till then, my request to all you viewer is that this content is totally free. Please, if you like this video, if you find this as a quality content or in-depth content, then please share this video to your near and dear ones who are preparing for NET. Even I have given my contact in about me section, so I will be able to solve your queries, or even you can put in the discussion, you can mail me, you can WhatsApp me, what are the different queries you are having. It is totally free teaching with a very greater motto that I have. So let us meet in next lecture. Till then, bye. Thank you very much.